Today we will discuss the morphology of bacteria. Bacteria are present in 5 common shapes, that is cocci, bacilli, vibrios, spirilla and spirochetes. Next, let's discuss each one in detail. First is cocci. It is a round or oval bacteria and this usually measures from 0.5 to 1 micrometer in diameter. When it multiplies, these cocci forms pairs, chains or irregular groups. So cocci bacteria are round or oval bacteria that usually has a diameter of 0.5 to 1 micrometer. As we discussed earlier, these cocci, when it multiplies, can be in pairs, chains, as well as in irregular groups. So the cocci in pairs are called diplococci, and an example is gonococci. Cocci that are in chains are called streptococci, and an example is streptococcus. So the cocci that are in irregular groups are called staphylococcus. Example is Staphylococcus aureus. This diagram shows a gonococci. So gonococci are bacteria which are seen in pairs, that is, 2 cocci attached together. So such cocci is called diplococci. This diagram is of a streptococcus, that is, cocci which is in a chain. This diagram shows Staphylococcus aureus, that is, these bacteria are seen in a cluster, that is, in irregular groups. Such groups of cocci is called Staphylococcus. Now, let us discuss the Gram reactions, that is, when it undergoes a Gram staining, how it reacts, whether it's Gram positive or a Gram negative. A Staphylococci as well as Streptococcus is Gram positive, whereas Diplococci can be Gram positive or Gram negative. So, a Staph or Strepto is always Gram positive, whereas a Diplococci can be Gram positive as well as Gram negative. Next, we will discuss about bacilli. Bacilli is often known as rods, and they are stick-like bacteria, and they have a rounded, tapered, or square or solid ends. So their length is 1 to 10 micrometer, whereas the width is 0.3 to 1 micrometer. So the short rods which has rounded ends is often known as cocci bacilli. That is, the bacilli which has rounded end is known as cocci bacilli. And unlike the cocci, they do not attach each other during multiplication, but occasionally they form chains. Example is Streptobacillus. For branching chains, example is Lactobacilli, where some form mass together, that is Mycobacterium, where some remain attached to various angles, and this resembles the Chinese letter. Example is Corynebacterium. So this diagram is of a Streptobacillus, that is, chains of bacilli are formed. This diagram is of a Mycobacterium, and during the multiplication they mass together. This diagram is of a Lactobacilli. Lactobacilli are rod-shaped bacteria and they have branching. That is, branching is seen in Lactobacilli. This diagram is of a Corynebacterium and they are rod-shaped bacteria. That is, they are bacilli and they attach in various angles and they resemble Chinese letters, as you can see in the diagram. The bacillus as well as Clostridium has resistant pores, and these resistant pores are present to resist the unfavorable condition. So under unfavorable condition, bacillus as well as Clostridium has resistant pores. And in some rods they have flagella, and this flagella is used for their motility so that they can move with this flagella. In some species they have single, in some they have one at each end, in some species they have flagella all over the body. So flagella is a characteristic of some rods, and with these flagella they are able to move. This diagram shows the different flagellas that are seen in bacteria, that is, the different flagellas that are seen in root bacteriums. That first is monotrichous. That means there is a one single flagella at one end of the bacterium. Next is lophotrichous. A tuft of flagella are seen at one end. Next is peritrichous, and flagella is seen all over the body of an organism is called peritrichous. Next is amphitrichous. When a flagella is seen at both the ends is called amphitrichous. This diagram shows the rods, that is bacillus, which are having resistant spores in them. So these resistant spores are present to survive the unfavorable condition. Next, we will discuss about the Gram reactions. Rod bacteria are of two types, that is gram-negative as well as gram-positive. An example of gram-negative is Enterobacterium, and gram-positive bacteria include Clostridium, Corynebacterium, etc. Next, we will discuss another category of bacterium, that is Vibrios. These Vibrios are slightly curved rods. So the slightly curved rods are called Vibrios. They have usually 3 to 4 micrometer in length, and the width is usually 0.5 micrometer. These Vibrios are usually motile, that is, they have a flagella. They have a single flagella at one end. These Vibrios are gram-negative bacterium. This diagram shows Vibrio bacteria. That is, they are slightly curved rods that have a single flagella at one end. Such bacteria are under Vibrio category. Next, we will discuss about Spirilla. They are irregularly coiled organisms, and they have a length of 3 to 4 micrometer. Their coil measures about 1 micrometer. These spirillars has a flagella for motility. So these flagella are present at both ends. They are also gram-negative bacteria. So spirilla are irregularly coiled organisms, and they have flagellas. That is, these flagellas are present at both the ends. This diagram shows a spirillum, that is, a spiral-shaped bacteria. They have flagellas at both the ends, and with these flagellas, they are able to move. Next, we will discuss about spirochetes, and they are flexible, coiled, motile organisms, and they are not easily stained by gramming method. So, by using gram stain, we are not able to stain spirochetes easily, and they are divided into 3 main categories. This diagram shows a spirochetes, that is, a flexible, coiled bacteria. The first category of spirochetes is Treponemas. So these are thin, delicate spirochetes, and they have irregular tight coils. Their length is usually 6 to 15 micrometer and the width is 0.2 micrometer. Next category is Borrelia. These are large microchips and they have regular open coils. Their length is usually 10 to 20 micrometer and their width is usually 0.5 micrometer. This diagram shows Treponema and they are thin coiled spirochetes. This diagram shows a type of spirochetes, that is Borrelia. The next type of spirochetes is Leptospires. These are very thin spirochetes which have tightly packed coils. So these are very difficult to distinguish and they have a length of 6 to 20 micrometer and their width is 0.1 micrometer. They have hooked ends. This diagram is of a Leptospira and these are very thin spirochetes that has highly coiled structure. So they have a hook at one end. This diagram shows the different types of bacteria, that is, first is coccus. A spherical shaped bacteria is called cocci bacteria. Next is Coccobacillus. So these are rod shaped bacteria which ends is rounded. Next is Vibrio. A rod shaped bacteria which is slightly curved is Vibrio. Next is Bacillus. They are rod shaped bacteria. Next is Spirillum. They are spirally coiled bacteria which has flagella at both ends. Next is Spirochete. These are bacteria which is highly coiled in their structure. The last category of bacterium that we are going to discuss is Mycoplasmas. These are stable bacteria. They lack cell wall and they are the smallest microorganisms that are capable of independent existence. Their size usually range from 0.1 to 2 micrometer. So Mycoplasmas are the smallest organisms and they lack cell wall. This diagram shows Mycoplasmas. They are the smallest organisms and these organisms lack a cell wall. Hope the morphology of bacteria are clear. For more such videos, do subscribe to our channel. If you like the video, please like as well as share with your friends.